In-person voting has been postponed this Saturday for several regions in the province. This is all due to a spike in COVID-19 cases. NTV's Kellyanne Roberts has details.
Things are evolving by the minute here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Just moments ago, we had now heard that several districts in the province won't be able to vote at the election this Saturday. They are being postponed. I believe it's 17 districts in total right now. And so with that, the results from the other districts that will have had their votes put through will not be released until all votes are in. We're also seeing that there's going to be a deadline increase for the special ballots. A lot of those include the mail-in ballots as the COVID-19 situation here in Newfoundland and Labrador continues to grow. Just yesterday, we had 53 new confirmed cases with 32 presumptive as well, 110 active right now. And for Newfoundland and Labrador, that's a lot of cases. We haven't seen numbers like that through this pandemic. Expecting an update from the province this afternoon on COVID-19. That'll happen 3:30 Newfoundland time, where we're expecting to see more cases as contact tracing continues for the current cases that we do know about. But when it comes to the election, we've been hearing these calls for the last week now, especially after yesterday's numbers, the calls to postpone, that workers were not feeling safe. We've had 2 advanced poll workers test positive already. We know that there was a positive case in the west block of our Confederation building today alone. And so with this, the electoral office saying that they've had a lot of people resign in the past few days just over fears from COVID-19. And so they wouldn't be able to staff for this election right now. And so their plan right now going forward is to postpone for those districts here. Eligible voting can still be done by mail. The deadline to apply for that has extended to February 13 at 8 p.m. To align with the closing polls that are happening elsewhere in the province. After the application is approved, a special ballot kit will be mailed to the elector and must be returned to Elections NL on or before Thursday, February 25th. Of 2021. And so, like I mentioned, this situation is continuously evolving. We're expecting a further update today, but right now what we do know is that for several districts, the election will not be going forward this Saturday.
NTV's Kellyanne Roberts in St. John's. I spoke to Newfoundland and Labrador's Chief Electoral Officer last hour, Bruce Chalk. He was reluctant to provide a time frame on when it will be safe for voters to head to the polls, but he did point to another possible option for voting, which might be able to happen sooner.
It may be one of these situations where we sort of encourage people to vote by mail because I may not get to a point that I have an option to resume the polls in those areas. So, it very much a case of getting people to vote, to exercise that mail option.